Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners, just like you, make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 246, and I'm so glad you are here today. We're talking about how authenticity beats imitation every day, all the time, hands down. It beats it when it comes to your business. You have got to show up authentically. We're going to talk about it today, some pitfalls that I've seen with new business owners when it comes to imitation. Okay. And what happens when you do that? And I want to prevent you from doing that and really stepping into who you are. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast. I have no doubt it's going to help you along your business journey, whether you're in the idea stage, whether you're starting, whether you're growing, whatever it is, you are in the right place. And I'm so happy you are here. Welcome, welcome. First of all, know that I have some resources for you so you can get plugged in right now. If you're brand new to me, you're like, who is this woman? What is she talking about? I'm trying to help you live a more purposeful life by building this awesome business of yours, okay? And making a difference while doing it. That's what I'm here to help you do. And I've got resources to help you do that. So first of all, I've got a free Facebook group. You're welcome to join. Come in there. You can ask questions, which you think are dumb or whatever. They're not, because we all have them. So come in, ask the questions, get help, get feedback, and you can participate in our fun weekly posts as well. And you can join the group by simply clicking the link down below. We'll take you over to Facebook. I answer 3 quick questions and you can join the group. Otherwise, I have some printables for you that you can leave out on your desk. They're going to save you so much time and angst. Okay, researching stuff. For example, I have a 16-step checklist. If you're starting your business, get that. And you can be that list person that goes through and checks everything off. My clients tell me they do that, and I love that. So it was made for you. So just go through and do those. Also, if you're in the idea stage, I have a guide for you that's going to start helping you kind of get closer to what your passions and skills and expertise is so that you can kind of figure out the realm of what type of business you should start. And then I have some other resources for you too. If you're trying to grow your business, I've got a secret podcast right now that you can access. I may not have it very much longer, so you may want to get your ears on it ASAP. So you can scroll down and get that too. I have all kinds of freebies for you, no matter what stage. You want to check those out right now because I know they will save you so much time. I promise you, I put them together for you. So grab those. And if you've been listening a while, thank you so much to all my loyal listeners. Y'all are wonderful and awesome. And oh my gosh, your drive to build your business is so palpable, it's so evident, and it's so inspiring. Y'all inspire me all the time. I'm not even kidding, all the time, especially my grow-getters who I get to see face-to-face. I get to see the problems. I get to see the stages they're going through, everything, and how they support each other. Y'all are just a wonderful group of humans. So if you're not part of Grow-Getters yet, make sure y'all check that out because I built the program for you so that you can become a confident new business owner and start putting yourself out there in a way that attracts your ideal clients, right? We want to be able to do that. You need to start marketing yourself because you know you got to get sales, right? But if you're not confident doing it, you don't know what to say, where to show up, any of that, then you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a hard time selling your stuff. So make sure you check out Grow Getters. You can go to grow-getters.com right now. Check it out. I'd love to have you in there. Maybe you're about to open your business or you've already been in business and you find yourself not feeling confident putting yourself out there. This group is for you. I promise you, we have the most amazing group of ladies and you will learn the strategies for how to be your authentic self, which is on topic for today. So make sure you check that out. And that's it. Okay, on to the episode. Well, hello, everyone. How are you today? How's it going? What is happening with your business? I need to know right now. You'll know I say this every week, and people tell me that they crack up when I say this, that they think that I'm talking to them. Do you think that too? Do you really believe that I'm talking to you? Because I want you to know I'm going to clear the mud. I am talking to you. I am talking directly to you as if you were here. I'm picturing all you beautiful ladies and men too, you handsome men who are listening as well. I want to know what the heck is going on with your business. I get so excited about this, genuinely so excited and stoked about it. And I love to hear like you got new products or services, or you finally told someone about your business, or you finally got that company to sign the contract so you could be their service provider for something that you do. I mean, I love it when I hear these things that y'all are telling me that you're making progress or you had a really good show or whatever it was. It's just so wonderful. And I'm so inspired by you all. Today, we are talking about how authenticity beats imitation any day of the week. Any day of the week. You should be your authentic self versus an imitator. Now, I know we hear this word authenticity. It's almost getting overused. Okay. Do y'all feel like that? Like, be your authentic self. Just be you. Do you, friend? Like, do y'all hear this? Do you? I don't know. I kind of don't like that word. I've caught myself saying that little phrase, like, just do you. And now recently I'm like, I'm never saying that again. I'm going to try. Although I just said it. So I just contradicted myself. But I don't know that I love do you. Do y'all like that? Okay. Is it just me? Anyways, but I do agree with being who you are. And I think it is so important for all of you right now that are here, because you're here because you have a passion for something. You've had this vision that you wanted to help people doing something and you want to make money doing it so that you can have a career that means something to you, right? That's fulfilling, that's impactful, that uses your gifts, right? All these things. That's why you're here. So my point to you is, if you're trying to sell your stuff that you are passionate about, because you are passionate about it, it requires you to be authentic in everything that you're doing. You're like, okay, Kimberly, I hear you. What does that mean? That means showing up in a way that feels comfortable to you, that feels aligned with you. That means creating products and services that are comfortable and aligned with you. That means using tools online with the ways that you run your business on the back end that feels comfortable and aligned with you. That means you drawing in certain types of clients that feel comfortable and aligned with you. Okay? But how do we do that? So here's where it goes wrong. A lot of you are showing up here, starting your business, and I'm so glad that you're here on this podcast, because this is what I teach, is leveraging yourself and not trying to be someone else. That's my whole shtick, is that you are the best leverage you have in your business. But you may be watching YouTube videos, or you may be researching online, or you may be getting inundated with ads, or you're possibly in other programs doing other things, which is fantastic. I love it when you're seeking knowledge from all kinds of sources. I believe in that. I've had all kinds of coaches. I've had one-on-one coaches. I've been in group coaching. I've been in mastermind. I've taken courses. I've done it all. And I think they all have their place, right? They all have their place. I'm just one of the touch points with you. I'm just one of the touch points. What I hope is that I'm a voice of reason for you, that I'm a voice of reason for the overall strategy of what the heck you're doing with your business and how you are showing up and what direction are you taking and what's the big picture. I'm a big picture person. Okay. And so I love to teach this because it's the way that I comprehend. And truth be told, since we're talking about this, about how we each learn and what we do, I am not a person that has super good reading comprehension. So I have to hear it and see it many different times in many different ways. And then the light bulb goes on. Okay. I don't know if this is anybody else out there, but I don't. My husband can read stuff and he takes it in and he knows it. And then we know other people that can memorize things. Do y'all know these people? They read something once and they know it all. And I'm like, I'm so jealous. I wish I had that gift. Right. But I listen to audiobooks and I buy the physical books. I do both. I read both. So if you're like me, if anyone is like me, you're doing a whole bunch of research. You're maybe listening to audiobooks, you're watching YouTube videos, you're trying to figure out all these things about what's the strategy for your business. What should you be doing? How should you be showing up? What's the back end of your business and doing all that? But what's happening is, the breakdown is, you are being persuaded, whether you realize it or not, into doing things that aren't really aligned with your skills or what you feel comfortable doing. But you get brainwashed to think, well, then that's going to mean that I'm not going to have a successful business if I don't do it this way that so-and-so told me to. Okay? I've had that happen where I started getting persuaded to do certain things in my business, which I did do, which I'm not going to go into because I don't want to disparage any coach that I've ever had or any program that I've ever had. That's not why I'm using this platform. But I'm telling you from personal experience that I have taken directions in my business in the past, not recently, because I'm going fully in alignment with me, that were not totally feeling comfortable. And I kept hesitating. I kept finding myself like, I don't really want to do this, but they're telling me it's going to work, right? That this is the end all be all, that this is the thing that's going to help me be successful. And I got sucked into it too. And I see my clients suffering this same thing. I've been in one-on-one coaching with my clients. I've been in group calls where they're like, well, aren't I supposed to be starting this if I want my business to grow? And I'm like, well, how excited are you about it? Does it feel right for you? Does this feel like the direction? And they're like, I don't know. I feel really uncomfortable, or this is super scary. Whereas then we delve deeper and then we give alternative options and their faces light up and they go, oh my gosh, now I would really love to do that. I'd really love to show up this way. So let me give you an example. This is not a specific person. I'm giving a fake example. But let's say I was on a coaching call and they came to me and said, I know that YouTube is the number one way that I'm going to grow my business. Y'all, this is a fake story. I'm making this up. So no one take that I'm claiming that any method is the end all be all. I'm just giving you a fake story. So just take this as a story, okay? As an example. And I said, oh, yes, YouTube is a great medium. It's fantastic. And they're like, yeah, but I'm scared. I don't really love doing video. I don't really have a good studio. I don't know. I'm worried about being on camera. And they talk about all this and the logistics and they got kids running around and all this. And then I'm like, why are you choosing YouTube then? And they're like, well, so-and-so said, like, this is the way. I mean, I know that all these successful business owners are on YouTube in my niche talking about this and that. But, I want to do it. It's going to take me a lot. I actually need a different phone. My phone doesn't have good video, which I could do it without good video, but I don't really have a setup, and just the time it's going to take, and then editing. I'm not good at editing. And they literally will go into this. And I'm like, well, what if you did a podcast, for example? Again, y'all, listen, this is an example. I'm not saying everyone should do a podcast. I'm not saying podcasting over YouTube. I'm saying the moment I told her, what if you did a podcast and it was just audio, you weren't on video, you could talk, you could speak from the heart, you could record it. You may be able to edit yourself or get someone to edit it pretty cheap, and you could have it up each week. And her face lit up and was like, oh my gosh, I could totally do that. And that sounds so fun. It takes so much pressure off. Okay. This is a fake story, but this is an example of when we go from this imitation mode where we think we have to be doing things other people are doing because we've seen them be successful doing it, that we stray away from that instead of being in authentic mode where it's what feels aligned and fun and comfortable for you. Okay? My whole point of today's episode is to have you look out for yourself, be your best advocate, and say, am I making choices in my business because I'm trying to imitate what I think is going to be successful? Okay. Another way that I find new business owners imitating is in how they act on whatever platform they're on. So let's say you're on social media. Maybe you do lives, maybe you do reels, maybe you do posts, maybe you're a podcaster, maybe you're a YouTuber, or maybe you have a website and you're trying to imitate what others in your field or even out of your field are doing that you think is the reason why they are successful. Okay? And so you imitate it. And you're like, well, I need my website to be in this color and these colors and have this kind of image on the front. And then when I get on the podcast, I need to have like a similar jingle and I need to be saying the exact same things that so-and-so says, and I need to be doing it all that way. And that's when I stop my clients and say, okay, wait a minute. Let's imagine you never saw this person on a podcast or on their website or whatever. How would you have wanted to do it? And they a lot of times have a different idea. When I give them that freedom to think for themselves. Are you thinking for yourself? Or are you just trying to imitate because you think that's the template? That's where this all stems from. Because we all want a template, a surefire approach to success, right? Don't you? You want that. If someone could hand you the template right now and say, this is what your website should look like. This is how you should show up. This is what you should say. These are the products you should offer. Here's your pricing. This is exactly what you should do. Hire these people. We would all say yes, right? Now, franchises attempt to do that for people. You can buy a franchise and get a template that works. We all know, for example, in Chick-fil-A, it works. We know that Chick-fil-A is a win. I always say that. It's a win. I rarely hear of Chick-fil-A's closing. I read somewhere that one of them closed. I don't know. But in general, y'all, it's a win. Wouldn't you agree? In general, for this story's sake, it's a win, right? We don't have a franchise. We have a business that we're running ourselves. And it behooves each of us to have our individuality. Can I even say that? It's just like teenagers, especially teenage girls, even the boys now. Y'all, have you seen the new haircuts of teenage boys? Or they have these like long, and now some are going curly and some are getting perms. What is happening? What is happening? We are going back to like, didn't people do that in the 80s? I'm trying to think when I was in high school, right? In the 80s. I mean, I don't know what's happening, but it's a trend and we all follow trends, right? We follow trends for colors. Like I was talking about with my daughter the other day, how popular green is. And she was saying she wanted a green shirt and green this. And I'm like, you don't understand. I had my house painted in olive green. My dining room was olive green years ago, like 20 years ago, right? Like olive green was everywhere all the time. And I threw that all out finally. And now green's back. Now different shades of green are back, but it cracks me up because there's trends, there's things that are working. We all want to follow them. We're all victim to it. Let's not play that game. We love it. We love the trends. I love the new things. Let's be honest. I love the new colors. I love new things coming on. So I'm not even going to lie about that, right? We all love it. But when you get caught in the trap of building a business where you cannot be differentiated now because you've been imitating, then I ask you, how do you expect to stand out? How do you expect to stand out if you're blending in with the crowd? It's the people that are different that stand out. When I was thinking about, there was like a 60 Minutes. Yes, I'm old. I love the show 60 Minutes. Anyone? I'm the only one. I think I'm the only one that's on this podcast that likes 60 Minutes. I like 60 Minutes. I DVR it. I like it. Okay, anyways, and I think it was on there that it was Cyndi Lauper. Am I wrong that it was 60 Minutes? Now I'm going to be like, what program was it on? I thought it was 60 Minutes. Maybe it's not. But Cyndi Lauper was on there. And I was thinking, I remember back in the 80s listening to her and how different she was and quirky and her colors. Y'all know Cyndi Lauper, right? Girls just want to have fun and the clothes and the hair and the whole thing. And that's what made her different and stand out. It's because she leveraged who she really was. Okay. She wasn't trying to blend in. If she tried to blend in and tried to sing like all the other 80s singers, we may not know who she is. That's my point for you today. I want you to stop and assess, because again, I'm a big picture person. I'm having you sit back and go, am I trying to do things in my business because I think I should be doing them because I'm trying to imitate the success that I've seen? Or am I taking the knowledge that I know of things that are successful right now and using it as a template for how I could maybe structure my business or run it or create things? That's what I want you to leave with today, is to not be an imitator, but to be one that takes the knowledge that you have of everything, of things that are working in the industry, what you like about others in your industry, what you respect, what you think are cool. Take that as your basic template. Then put your spin on it, your unique spin, your colors, your vibe, your energy, the things you say, everything to make your business stand out. Otherwise, you're going to blend in. And you're just going to be another jewelry maker or whatever you do, a certain kind of coach, a life coach, or whatever you are. The best leverage you have is your individuality, is your innate gifts, are those things that God gave you that makes you unique. So your branding, all of your stuff should represent something you feel so good about and so excited about, because that is what is going to enable you to confidently show up. When you are being someone you're not, you're going to show up on your podcast or in person at a networking event or wherever you are, and you're going to feel like an imposter. And you're going to be like, what am I doing? What am I saying? This doesn't even feel natural. I can't do this. And then you're like, then I must not be a good business owner. What? Like what? Absolutely not. When you can show up as your authentic self, be quirky, say whatever you want, be in the way that you want. Now, within limits, right? We want to present ourselves well. But if you have snarky language or you're whatever, then do that, because you're going to attract the people that appreciate that in you. They're going to sense authenticity more than they're going to be judging you. They are going to sense, I'm saying it again, authenticity versus judging you for what you believe, right? So that's what people want. They want you to show up, talk about your stuff, whether you sell services, products, programs, whatever, wherever you show up, in person, online, on social, is that you're you. And you use what you know is successful in the industry right now. And you put your little bedazzle it. You put your little spin on it, your little sparkle, your little glitter all over it. And you're like, this is me. It's like when you were a kid and you got to decorate your own bedroom. I remember that. I'm like, Mom, I want my room purple. That was me. When you walked in our house and went upstairs, you knew which room was mine. Does anybody know what business is yours? They have to, or you're not standing out. Okay. I have rambled on today. Did I ramble too much? I just got on a little bit of a soapbox about this, because I don't want to see you fall in the trap of imitating. I want you to feel empowered being yourself, because that is actually the best leverage you have. That is it. Y'all are awesome. Again, reach out if you need anything. You can ping my website, KimberlyBrock.com, get the free resources, check out ways you can work with me. I can help you one-on-one coaching, grow getters, whatever it is. I would be honored to help you along your business journey. So that's it. Y'all have a great day. Until next time, bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.
Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal. I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month. But it'd be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's 2 ways you can give me your answers. Number 1, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number 2, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news. What would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you? So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.